I'll call this Bang Bang. Seriously?
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up.
Bang, bang.
Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
All right, Mr. Alley, your next witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth will call Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang.
My name's Aidan Kearney,
also known as Turtle Boy.
Is a senior editor for Turtle Boy Daily News.
I'm a big fan. We've broken hundreds of stories that the mainstream media won't touch.
Some blogger in Massachusetts who's getting to the bottom of this better than anybody.
Why is it Turtle Boy that is covering such important issues? Where is the rest of the media?
You need to not say that you were gonna take my baby out of revenge and make him a transgender baby.
Stop it.
Don't you want to ask some questions? I know you do.
I do. I
know
have
you
that.
People don't like the things that I say and want me to stop saying them, but I won't. I'm never gonna stop. These are the kind of stories that must be told.
And I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Tick, tick, boom. Boys, go baby, we bringing out toys. Boys, chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Karen Reed has supporters who've shown up in large numbers.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go hit, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. An outpouring of support for someone accused of murdering a Boston police officer. Unbelievable situation. Never seen anything like it.
Tick, tick, boom.
You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go hit, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time.
Boom.
Boom. What's up, Turtle Riders? How's everybody doing? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing out there? All right. Let's do it. Let's fuck. Anyway, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me. I don't like this background. I got to fix the background real quick. Hold on. A little better. No, it's disappearing on me. No, all right, there we go. You know what? Oh, that's going to annoy the shit out of me. Hold on. How about this? Nope. It's this one. Come on, funky light. Whatever. We're just going to, oh, no, that's going to distract the fuck out of me. Hold on. We're going to get this just right. No, that's bad. All right, good enough. All right, guys. Welcome to the Turtle Boy Live Show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of names if you'd like. Clarence Woods Emerson, that's my Facebook name. You can call me that. Follow me on there. I do a live stream every morning from the bus stop. You can call me Uncle Turtle Boy. Old school Turtle Riders are known to do that. You can call me Dr. Turtle Boy. I actually prefer it because I've earned the right, quite frankly. I'm a doctor of journalism and investigative reporting. So yeah, there's that. You can also call me Daddy is also acceptable. I know it can be weird for some people, but like I said, I had to put on my daddy shirt the other day and I didn't want to. They want to put on my daddy hat. I didn't want to break that out, but the kids were out of control. There was too much whining on the Twitter streets and someone had to just come in and wouldn't you notice that it kind of just stopped. It problem solved. Like daddy fixes shit, doesn't he? That's what he does. So yeah, you can call. Oh yeah, these shirts are available in the store. We got like 4 of these, not just Julie Nagel ones. We got Lucky Loughran ones, we got Trooper Paul ones, and we got Julie Albert ones. But I'm gonna have a whole line. We have Colin Albert ones coming. Proctor obviously will be on there. Jen McCabe, they're all gonna be on there. I'm gonna have a whole line of this shit. It's gonna be great. But anyway. I just hate Julie Nagel. I hate her. I kind of hate her the most of all of them. I really hate her. She's such a piece of shit. There's no other way around it. She's just such a piece of shit. She's just like her whole attitude up there. But Lolly told me that. Yeah, Lolly. And like I said, the reason I hate her so much is because she came on, like she went out of her way 9 months after the murder and was like, yeah, like she was not just a passive participant anymore. She was like a major player in this thing because she came forward and was like, oh yeah, there was like a black shadowy figure on the lawn that turned into a black blob later on. And she didn't have to do that, but she lied to strengthen their story to make it like, oh yeah, see, somebody saw something. Yeah, there's definitely something there, you know? So there's that. Anyway, you can call me A. Timothy Kearney. That's my name when I'm out solving crimes in the woods, deep in thought with my leather jacket on. Speaking of Phelpsy, there was a major case. I don't know if you guys followed the Kaitlyn Conley case. Maybe I need to do a story on that. Woman, 24-year-old woman, about in 2017 was convicted on her second trial. Actually, it was mistrial in the first one. Was convicted for murdering a woman by the name of Mary Yoder, who was her ex-boyfriend's mother, who's also her employer. She was like, she worked for her, and she died of some sort of poisoning with some substance I never heard of before. Fixes gout. I don't know, but it's dangerous. And anyway, she was convicted. So there was a mistrial first. And then there was the jury almost hung the second time around. And then they got the Tui Rodriguez thing, Tui Gonzalez, whatever it is. And they told the jury to go back, and they came back with a guilty verdict for manslaughter, but not guilty on murder. Sound familiar? And so she ended up getting convicted, sentenced to 23 years in jail. And there was a movement, I guess, of like free Kaitlyn Conley that they, thought that that's what it was. Chesney, whatever it was. Yeah. That they thought that, she was innocent. Now I've had some time today to look into this. So basically Phelps got involved. Phelps got involved in this, and he wrote a book, one of his 45 leather-bound books in the New York Times. He wrote a book about it, and he kind of entered into it, and he was just like a real jerk to these people. And some of the people thought that the woman's husband did it or her son. And like the pills were found in the son's car, I guess. But there's also a good chance that she's the one. It's a long story. But he took the position that, that she's guilty, and it pissed off a lot of people over there. Now, I've looked into it. Because I watched a whole couple of videos on it today, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you guys have read about this story at all, I'm bringing it up now because she had her conviction overturned recently, because the cops went through her phone, and her lawyer didn't try to suppress it. And I guess an appeals court judge said that had the lawyer tried to suppress it, they would have been successful. And a lot of the things that convicted her came from the phone. Right. And honestly, the shit in the phone makes her look guilty as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like I come on. I could go over it all. I'm not one of these people that thinks every defendant is innocent. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she did it. I could change my mind, but I read it all over. And it's like, if she's getting out of this because of some, like the lawyer didn't file a motion to suppress the phone, you kind of doesn't mean you didn't do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how you guys feel. It's like, but I mean, I don't want to be on Phelps's side on this, but like, whatever. So anyway, that's been in the news. I might get into that, might do a thing on that. I don't know. I think she did it. I think so. So it's like a crazy story. Like, the boyfriend had the victim's son. I forget his name, something Yoder. She called in. So basically they were dating, and then they broke up, and then the woman dies. The boss dies. Okay. His mother. And then he's all grief stricken, and she uses this to kind of get back with him. Right. I'll be the shoulder to cry on. And they start dating each other again. Months pass by. Okay. And months pass by, and the police start looking into this more, and they know it's a murder at this point. And she ends up breaking up with him again. They break up again, her and the son. And then she writes an anonymous letter to the police saying the Chesney, whatever the medication that killed her, it's in his car. It's under the front seat, passenger seat. Like 6 months later, like he wouldn't get rid of it. And the police search his car, and they find it. And they immediately become suspicious of her, though, because they find out that she wrote the anonymous letter. And it's just like, I'm not gonna lie. I think that she did it. I think she's a psychopath who murdered a woman so that she could get the boy back. And then when the boy dumped her again, or they broke up again, that she was like, fine, you can get blamed for this then. And all she had to do, it was going to be a complete cold case. If she didn't write that anonymous letter and allegedly plant the drugs under his seat, then it was going to be a cold case. But she wasn't satisfied with just the mother being dead. She wanted him to be punished as well. I don't know. She also faked a pregnancy, which I can relate to, right? And her name is Kaitlyn Conley. Yeah, keep me updated on the Celtics. They're playing the Cavs tonight, aren't they? Yeah, keep me updated. But yeah, anyway, that's a crazy story. And then there's the Penny McGee case. Have you guys been following this? Melanie Little's been doing a good job following this. How outrageous is this? In Auntie Bev's courtroom, of course. This woman, a socialite by the name of Penny McGee, is in this, getting divorced from this guy. I forget his name, the victim, whatever. I think they live in Brookline. And then they get divorced. They got a couple kids, and he's got like heart conditions. And he's been in a car accident. I don't know the whole story, but she goes over there and they get she gets evicted from her house by his brother, who she doesn't like. And so she goes over his house to complain about it, and they get in some sort of argument, and no allegations of like physical violence or whatever, but he has like a heart attack, I think, and dies, or stroke. I don't know what he had, but he just died there. And she's being charged with manslaughter because she basically went over there because like she made him upset and he died. So that, and then the medical examiner, who's supposed to be like a science person, is like, well, you made him mad and he had a heart attack and somehow it's your fault. What? So people who cause stressors are like what? That's wild to me. And I just found myself watching this and I'm like, when is the last time you saw on court TV any case that wasn't in Norfolk County? There are 14 counties in Massachusetts. Actually, that's a trick question because there was that one in the Berkshires, wasn't there? With the guy that defended his own home from an intruder who's found not guilty, Camp. So that there is one. But it's just like Brian Walsh, Manuel Lopes, Ingolf Turk, Karen Reed, Penny McGee. They're all in the same courtroom. And it's like the same lawyer. Like Larry Tipton is like the celebrity lawyer who does all these people except for Karen Reed. So I don't know. I don't know why. It's just maybe there's something wrong with the district attorney, like that keeps bringing these cases forward and can't finish off cases that should be easy winners, like the one, the Michael Chestnut one. There was no reason for that to be a mistrial. He fucked up. He brought in a jury from Worcester. That's what you get. But anyway, so there's that. All right. If you guys want your messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and you just pay whatever you want for the service. I get it. I read it out loud to the class. And let me start by reading a couple right here. Let's see what we got. All right. First up, we got Sandra sends $50 and goes, I think the call Peggy got on her cell right when Alessi went to the podium was planned. One of her people watching the trial told her they would call her to throw Alessi off his game. I don't know if she's that crafty. But you know, I don't know. And I'll tell you one thing. Oh, and let me tell you guys, I got a confession to make. All right. I am sitting on right now, like the best story ever. You have no fucking clue. A couple of them, right? But one of them, and I think I'm going to release it, do it like right before trial. Okay. And you guys are going to fucking die. Like it is. Oh my God. The shit. Oh my goodness gracious. It's too good. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. And you are going to be like, oh, and Turtle Boy was right. That's going to be another thing you say when you see this story. Be like, oh, wow. Turtle Boy was right again. And it's hard to keep quiet about it, but I'm going to, because unlike Gretchen Voss, I protect my sauces. If they tell me I can't publish something yet, then I don't do it yet. And my source is not Karen Reed. It's got nothing to do with that. Like it's got to do with the Karen Reed case, but it doesn't even have anything to do with, she didn't tell me this shit. No one in her team told me this shit. It is just completely, wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. But anyway, so thanks for that one. I don't know if she did it on purpose, but I just don't think she's that smart. Denise sent $5 and goes, I can't stop laughing at your shirt. These are available in the Turtle Boy store. You can get them on there, but get them now before they're reported. I know Julie Nagel's probably going to report this, but I had to make one for myself and print it before they got taken down, because some get taken down on there. So I'm glad you like it. So they're on the store. Again, I have Lucky Lochran ones. They say, And God forbid any animals. That's what his says. There's the Trooper Paul ones that just say, it just did. There's the Julie Albert ones that just say Troopa Bukaki, and that's it. So I got to come. I'm going to make some more. They're great. You're going to like them. But there we go. All right. Next up, Julie G sends $10 and goes, great to catch a live. I've been holidaying in Greece for 5 weeks and missed you and the gang. Kept up with the updates, but thrilled to be catching up on your live. Kisses from Melbourne, Australia, Aussieland. Excellent. Love my turtle ruse. Dumpster Juice sends $25, goes, please tell Samantha she's the best in the whole wide world. You got that, Samantha? You're the best in the whole wide world. So thank you very much. Peter Phillips sends $20 and goes, g'day, Turtle. Trust you are well. I stream and watch a number of court trials from across your great country down under. The majority of the judges that I see come across extremely professional with high integrity and are in total control of the whole process and are fair to both sides. Judge Bev is the complete opposite. Any way she could be removed from this case due to her conduct, she is a bad apple. Cheers, Peter. If she could be removed from the case, I think no one would be more excited about that than Karen Reed. Maybe her lawyers, but oh, good. Celtics were winning nice. No, there's nothing you can do. Like, she has been promoted, like, basically, and given awards for this. Like, this is the hackorama, man. This is Massachusetts. Welcome to Massachusetts, where you get, we elected Ted Kennedy like 6 straight times after he killed a woman. Not even exaggerating. He pulled a Chris Albert, just left her in the lake to die, and just got elected over and over and over again. So, and it shouldn't surprise you that, like this state, they fucked up COVID so badly. They did it all wrong. Everybody got reelected. Nobody lost their job over it. There was no punishment. Like, it's Massachusetts. It's the hackorama. This is where Howie Carr has been saying for decades now. So people like Auntie Bev, public servants, they are rewarded for being pieces of shit. So that's how it works. So, Thomas Autonomous Anonymous sends $10 and goes, Thomas Autonomous Anonymous on Twitter X is a chowderhead. Everyone should check out the trial channel with archived footage of the trial, which could be useful for a 24-hour stream. Oh, is that your channel, Thomas Anonymous? Okay, I'll give that a shot. Thank you, sir. Next up, we have Sandra sends 25 again and goes, watch Runkle on the Bailey from last night. Go to 4 hours, 40 minutes and 30 seconds. I was listening at work and actually laughed out loud. That dude is hilarious. That guy is the man. I will check it out later. I've seen some clips of him just mocking Brennan, and it's great. I gotta check that out. Okay, cool. Got a couple cash apps here, I think. Let me see what we got. All right. First up, we have Elwoods sends $25 and goes, is Paul speaking to his mom? Is he still married? As far as I know, is he speaking to his mom? He doesn't. It's weird that he doesn't sit next to her in court. I always thought that was weird. I think that whole family just hates each other. The dad just wants to be put out of his misery. But is Paul still married? As far as I know, I don't talk to Paul O'Keefe a lot. I know he had the Guma in Randolph, and believe me, I'm the last person who judges anyone on Guma. So believe me, I'm not even trying to say, no judgment on Paul O'Keefe if that's what he's choosing to do. I guess apparently one of the Gumas thought that he was single, I guess. And then she saw him testifying on TV and lost it on him. Like, she broke up with him. Because he's on TV. He's with his wife on TV. Imagine that. You find out you're nailing this guy, and then you find that out. Paul knows who I'm talking about. I'm sure he's watching right now. Paul, we're talking about the Randolph bartender. That one. You know what I'm talking about, right, Paul? Right, that one. Yeah. No, not the other one, Paul. I know you probably. There's no way Paul O'Keefe doesn't have like a stable of chicks. There's no way. Like, that guy. I'm telling you, he's a drunk. He is. He's a sloppy drunk too. There's no way. I'm just saying. I don't like Paul O'Keefe. Paul O'Keefe is an asshole to me. Like, he was very rude. Remember that message he told me? He's like, I can't wait. It was like sadistic. He was like, I can't, I'm putting you away. And I can't wait to see the look on your kids' faces when you go away. Like, whoa, easy there, soldier. At ease, Paul. Relax. Yeah. But anyway, but Paul knows who I'm talking about. We'll keep that between us, Paul. I won't tell anyone else, I promise. Okay. So there's that. Next up, we have, let's see. Leah sends $5 and goes, refrigerator works still. Julie Nagel. Is that what we're calling her? The fridge? Refrigerator Nagel. Yeah, bro. A lot of fucking cream cheese in there. All right. Gene from Dorchester sends $5. Says, is it too late for them to ask for a change of venue? I think you have to have pretty good reason for that. I don't think they would bother. So thank you, Gene. Lindsay sends $5 and says, say hi to my mom, Gabby. She's the best. Turtle Gabs. Hi, Mom. How you doing, Lindsay's mom? How are you? Mama She sends $25 and says, how do you account for the husband and sister-in-law? Oh, we're going to get to that. Are you talking about the Joe Krowski story? Because we're going to get to that. Thank you. Frank sends $5 and goes, the black blob Nagel saw was the rear view mirror. Ooh, roasted. Thank you, Frank. Deanna. Woo. Deanna's been hitting the sauce, maybe. Sends $100 and says, love you, my friend, unconditionally, #friends. Well, thank you, Deanna. I love you too. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. This was earlier today from Rich, sends $7 and says, new fundraiser, $7 for baby Clay's 7-month birthday. Is that already a 7-month birthday? It is. Today's his 7-month birthday. He would have been 7 years old today if he wasn't murdered in front of me on Christmas Eve morning of all times by a psychopath who wouldn't let me leave the house until he was done, until he's finished off. So there's that. Let me just refresh Turtle Chats one more time. I don't want to miss anyone. Amy sends $25 and says, I saw on Twitter, I don't call it X, by the way. I saw on Twitter that Penny's husband was a well-connected Democrat who worked on the Dukakis campaign and knew Morrissey. Explains the targeting of his wife with this ridiculous charge. Yeah, wouldn't surprise. I know he worked on the Dukakis campaign, which for those of you young kids out there, that was the 1988 presidential election in which the governor of Massachusetts, Michael Dukakis, got smoked by George H.W. Bush, the first one. And I guess this guy worked on the campaign, so he must be a loser because Michael Dukakis lost and George Bush won that one. So, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he knows Morrissey. I mean, Morrissey was already well into his second decade of elected office in 1988. Just put it that way, you know. Anyway, so thank you for that. Anyone else wants their message read all out to the class, you can click on the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and we can do it that way. All right, let's talk about this story, shall we? All right. Boy, what a tangled web this was. Let me tell you. We got to talk about this. All right. So if you guys didn't read the article I published, this chick right here, this is the typical face of like every, rugged, grizzled blue shirt chick standing outside the court. They all look like this. They all look just angry bitches, just look at her. Look at her. Her name is Jill. The hell's her name? Jill Dunmead Albritton. She lives in Easton, I guess, or Florida. It's unclear where she lives now. There she is. Yeah, there she is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stay home. It could save lives. Tell that to your husband. The ghost. There she is. Okay. So she doesn't like Karen Reed, and she posts about her frequently. And here's one in the Free Karen Reed group that says, your girl is laughing at the judge the same way she has laughed and smirked, stared down witnesses, and rolled her eyes throughout the trial. Why wouldn't she roll her eyes? Like, why wouldn't she roll her eyes about this abomination of a trial that's taking place. Who wouldn't roll their eyes at Trooper Paul? Like who wouldn't, or Michael Proctor or Jen McCabe? I mean, give me a break. Of course you're going to do that. So she goes, tell me that someone with a jury out on a murder conviction would do that. Just a narcissistic psychopath. Yeah, she's smirking because it's like typical Auntie Bev. That's what she was laughing at. So anyway, she's really mad about that. But as we've seen, you know, throughout this whole ordeal, there's a fine line between having an opinion and felony witness intimidation. It's a very fine line. And if you guys will recall, right, there was this whole thing with the buffer zone. Let's not forget about this. And witness intimidation. Think of what I'm being charged with, right? What did I do? I went up to Jen McCabe and I asked her questions. Should we review this? I think we need to review this. Let me pull up the video here. Go to my channel. No, I gotta log out. Switch account. All right. There it is.
Sorry. Hey, Matt, how you doing, pal? Good. How are you doing? How you doing? Hey, Jen, how you doing? Fancy seeing you here. How are you?
All right.
So how did court go the other day?
Went great.
Sorry, do you have a child on the team?
Do you?
I do, so I'm trying to watch.
No, I'm at a public event, so I can do whatever I want. So anyway,
True.
So Jen, I have a question. Did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Did you?
She's laughing.
Do you think
She's
that's
laughing.
funny?
Look at her laughing.
Do you think that's funny?
Look at the hat.
How
she's
long to
wearing.
die in cold?
Of course, she wears the fugitive unit hat and is like smiling because it's funny. The kid is laughing. You know, Allie McCabe. This is before I knew that Allie McCabe was the getaway driver. Remember, this is the girl up on the witness stand. Crying people about me. They're doing this. Bitch is laughing. She's like evil incarnate, just like her stupid mother. Like, I mean, this is a girl who acted as a getaway driver for a murder. You know, whose involvement in this was hidden for quite some time, right? And over here laughing about it. If I knew then what I knew now, I would have asked her some questions too, because she's not off limits by any means.
What is this gentleman doing? Look at that, the rage face.
He hit me.
Hey, Jen,
He touched me there.
Are you worried about what's going to happen to your family when you go to jail?
Don't touch me.
Why are you shaking,
Touch
dude?
me again.
Why are you
Touch me
shaking?
again. Touch me
So,
again.
Jen, are you worried about what's going to happen when your kids go to jail?
Touch me again.
When you go to jail, I apologize.
Touch
To
me.
your children. Are you worried at all about that?
Huh?
Huh?
Touch
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, you're so fast.
Oh, what are we doing here?
I'm sure you were.
Jen, did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Yes or no? Did you? Why did you Google how long to die in cold, Jen? Why didn't you Google how long to die in cold, Jen?
You hear her yell, "Let's go, Green!" The score was like 9-1. Okay, there was like 10 minutes left. The season's over, and she's acting like she's completely distracted by me here. But she's trying to act like she's like into the game. Bitch, the game's over. Your team lost. You suck. Go, Bill Ricka. You guys suck. Okay, done. And to add insult onto injury, here I am asking you questions and making things a little bit awkward. But that's all that I'm doing here is just making things awkward, right?
Why didn't you Google how long to die in cold, Jen? Do you have any answer for that?
Is that the perfect? It was just.
Do you have any answer for that?
Come on.
Miss McCabe, do you have any answer for that? Why should I leave, sir? I just have some questions. I just want to know why she Googled how long to die in cold. I just wanted to know why she Googled how long to die in cold. I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
There's Richie.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm being assaulted by an umbrella man. What is going on here? What is happening right now? What is happening,
my friend?
What is happening?
This is a sporting event, not activities for you guys.
This is what?
So go someplace else.
Why do we have phone away? We can have our phone out in public. We're just trying to watch a lacrosse game, sir.
This is a school-sponsored event. You
Yes, it
have-
is.
we know
How
you
do you
already-
feel about murder of
we know
police
you already been
officers?
let go for
How do you
one
feel
job
about murder of
filming
police
young girls.
officers?
Watching my children.
Okay.
Then go
she
watch
murdered a
him.
police
Then-
officer.
No, that is so untrue.
Oh, it's not. Then why did she Google how long to die in cold?
She did it. It's already been proven wrong.
Oh, really? How has it been proven wrong?
You were in court.
How long? How has it been? I didn't hear anything. How did you? What?
I mean, just think of what he's saying there too. It's already been proven wrong. There was no Jessica Hyde when this video was made. There was no Ian Whiffen when this video, but they were just like, it's been proven wrong because we said so, because Adam Lally said so. What they meant to say was, we're gonna find a way to prove it wrong. Like, we don't, that we can't have this, obviously. We can't have Jennifer McCabe Googling how long to die in cold at 2:27. They're not actually interested to see if she actually did this, right? They've already decided, well, she can't have done it because that destroys our fucking case. And Runkle made a good point about this too when I was listening to one of his rants. It's like, so Celebrate just didn't like, or the government, the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, also known as the government, didn't like this Google search that came up on Jennifer McCabe's phone. It was inconvenient for them, this Google search, right? So what did they do? Well, they hired someone from Cellbrite, and then he used his influence at Cellbrite to make that Google search disappear in the newest version of it. And it just so happens that government is probably the biggest customer, the most important customer for Cellbrite. The governments are the ones that pay the bills at Cellbrite, right? Because police, that's what they use. Courts, that's where they use Cellbrite to do forensic evaluations of phones, etc. So Cellbrite has an incentive to please the government, do they not? To make them happy. So of course they're going to dance the dance that you don't want the district attorney's office to stop doing business with you, do they? But just the confidence that this guy had here that, oh yeah, this is all going to get, it's done. Yeah. Weren't you in court? Yeah, I was. I didn't hear anything about any of this wall file that you guys talk about now, any of the mumbo jumbo you're talking about, the database. I didn't hear anything about that.
So how is it proven wrong, Matt?
By journalists.
How is it proven wrong, sir? So are you saying that forensic expert Richard Green is wrong? Are you saying that forensic expert Richard Green is wrong? Is that what you're saying right now, sir? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I'm just curious. Oh boy, here we go.
What are you, 5'5"?
I'm about 5'8" and 3/4. How much do you weigh?
Oh, I'm thin.
You're very thin. Yeah, you look sharp the other day in court. You look great. You look great. No, but seriously, how long? Why did you? How can I?
This guy,
Yeah,
this
I'm
guy
watching the
tried
game.
to be the hero.
But I'm hanging out with my friends. Please don't touch me, sir. Please don't touch me. So I'm here watching the game.
Actually, I'm a staff here.
Okay.
You need to step away.
By the way, that turned out to be a complete lie. He's not a staff of Bill Ricca. He's from Canton. He's just another Canton townie. That's all he was.
I don't think you're
Step
watching
away from what?
From the stands, and you can probably take off on.
Well, this is a public event, right?
It is.
And I paid to come in.
And actually, you shouldn't be harassing people in this.
I'm not harassing. I'm here to watch. I'm here to watch a lacrosse game.
Who are you watching, sir?
I just like to watch lacrosse in general. Bill Ricca against Canton. I mean, why do you guys? I mean, I just want to watch the game. What's wrong with the game? What's wrong with me watching the game?
You didn't even know what the game is?
It's Canton against. I believe it's called lacrosse, right?
They're coming. Leave.
What? Why should I leave? It's a public. Well, it's a public event. What's wrong? What am I doing wrong?
You're bothering people.
I'm not. I'm just standing here trying to watch a game.
You're not a fan.
Outside the fence.
You're not a fan.
Okay, so
I
are
paid
you
you
like?
in.
What law am I breaking right now?
This is our facility. We're asking you to leave.
They can't make.
Okay,
They can't have
what's
right to
the
ask you to
problem?
leave.
I'm just okay. So I'm watching a game. What rule have I broken?
You're filming young girls.
Yeah,
What? You're filming young
It's a
girls?
lacrosse game. A lot of people are filming girls.
It's the way
It's
they
a
said
lacrosse game.
What is your problem? Why
Are you saying you can't film lacrosse? Is that what you're saying? What's up? Because it's a free country. I'll film whatever I want. Because it's a free country.
But what are you filming for?
Because I want to film. It's a free country. What am I not allowed to film?
Did I say that? What is?
Yes, you
Because
just said that.
I'm
You
doing
just
what I
said that.
want to be free because I'm a
just
free
said that.
American living in a free country. So then what's the problem?
You're bothering people.
Who am I bothering?
These gentlemen.
Well, they
right here.
killed the cop. They killed the police officer,
Excuse
John
me, sir,
O'Keefe.
we're done with
She Googled how long to die in
We're-
cold
we're done.
while John O'Keefe
Excuse
was
me.
dying
Yeah, I
outside
don't
of a
know
house.
why
These are cop killers. These are cop killers. You know they're cop killers, right? These are cop killers. These are cop killers.
Like, I don't
It's all of our
I'm
problems.
just trying to watch.
It's
a
all
game.
of our problems.
First of all, I'm rooting for Bill Rick. If that does that count? Does that help?
Go over there on
Well,
the other
so-
side.
oh,
This
so
is
if
the
you-
Canton side. That's our home
Just,
side.
actually, just leave.
Go
See
over
the sense
there.
of the.
Okay.
Is there a policeman on duty?
Okay.
No, there's not. But there's I know one
Okay.
drove by a minute ago.
Well, last game of the year, I'm guessing this is a playoff game, right? So, just no answer for how long to die in cold? No answer?
It was answered in court.
It wasn't answered in court, though. Could you answer it for me? Because I'm not as smart as you.
Listen.
Yeah.
It sounds like an interview, not a filming. So why don't you?
So you're not
An interview,
So
not
what?
a film.
You're not here.
Well,
So
I'd like
what?
to watch the game,
You're
but
not
it's kind of
watching
a
the game.
it's kind of a blowout, though.
You're not.
No,
watching
I mean
the
it's no offense. It's just not that close. But okay, we'll give it a wrap. But I just thought I'd stop by, and have a great night. We'll see you soon, Jen. How long to die in cold? Maybe you can answer that question for me. We'll find out later. We'll find out later.
I got my own
Bye.
escort.
Please, just, you don't need this.
So she didn't want to answer. She didn't want to answer. I just want to find out how long to die in cold and why someone would Google that at 2:27 in the morning when a cop is dying on the front yard of 34 Fairview Road. And why two cop killers are up there. Cop killers. That's what they are. They're cop killers. So two cop killers don't like being asked about it. I cannot wait until they go to jail. I'm going to be there. And they're not going to be able to get the camera out of my face then.
True, it's true.
So they better get used to this beautiful.
Oh yeah, so so that's that's the big one that I've been indicted for. That's the one they bring up all over the charging documents and whatever. But there was also this one that they brought up the other time. That was the second time I interviewed them. That was after Jen tried to get an order on me, and then the first time was, let's see if I can find the first one. Here it is. Let's see. This is me.
Those phone calls, Miss McCabe. Hey, Lally, are you in on the cover-up, or are you just a useless government stooge? Mr. Lally, why are you lying about Jen McCabe's kids not being in that photo with Michael Proctor? It's clearly them, Mr. Lally. Are you in on the cover-up? Are you worried about going to jail? Mr. Lally, you should be.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jen, why did you Google how long to die in cold at 2:27 in the morning, Jen?
First of all, look what they're wearing. She's
Comment on
wearing
that?
jeans and sandals.
Any comment on that? I see you guys wearing Justice for JJ shirts. How can you wear those buttons when you covered up his murder?
Look at
Any
that. Look
comment
at
on
her.
that? Why you Googled that at 2:27?
Yeah, she looks
Any
so
comment, Mr.
intimidated.
McCabe?
Look at him. Look at him.
Any comment?
Chubs.
How can you show your face in court?
And like,
Aren't you embarrassed?
you know, Ted's asking him questions. How come that's not witness intimidation? Like,
Aren't you ashamed? What are you hiding? What did you do? Why did you delete all those phone calls, Miss McCabe? Why did you delete all those?
now this is like, think of how much times have changed. This is like May 24th. No one was showing up back then. Like, this is early on in the process. And I just couldn't believe that these motherfuckers are showing up to court. And I'm like, okay, well, let's start asking them questions. Then they disappeared. She didn't come to another hearing until I was in jail. Then she got real bold, you know? But you know, she can't answer the questions, and she's showing up with the justice. I couldn't believe they showed up with the Justice for JJ pins on. Again, I'm just a reporter. This is May 24th, 2023, asking
Those
questions.
phone calls. Why did you delete your Google search?
Look at her
Mr. McCabe?
smiling. Look at her.
Mr. McCabe, I believe you said that you saw Karen Reed drive south on
Look at-
Fairview
he
Road.
hit me
Excuse
there.
me. Excuse me, sir. Nice to see you guys got dressed up for court, though. Looking sharp. Looking sharp. So, I believe you guys both said that you saw Karen Reed drive south.
This is
that correct?
back when there was a 3-point
South?
turn theory.
So then how could she do a 3-point turn then if she was traveling south on that road? Any comment on that?
Remember, they were doing this. People forget how many times the Commonwealth story has changed. They used to say that it was death by 3-point turn. And then we debunked that when this guy, Justin Ambrosino, did this video that showed Dun, 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 dun. It showed like the car doing a 3.2. If you did a 3-point turn, it would have hit him with the other tail light, with the left tail light. So that made no sense. So the whole V-shaped tire tracks in the snow, like that was debunked immediately. They just hadn't thought of that. So again, I'm a reporter, man. I'm doing a story here. This woman Googled how long to die and called it 227. We're just going to not ask her questions? What? If she wants to, what? I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, this woman Googled how long to die in cold. Everybody knows she did it. It's all over the fucking news. It's all everyone's talking about. And she's just showing up to court like it ain't no thing. Like business, like, no, that, what Google search? I don't, whoa, that never happened. I don't, like most people, when something like that happens, it's like, they keep a low profile. Oh, fuck. I can't be seen. I don't need the media up in my grill asking questions. Well, luckily for Jen, she knew that the media wasn't going to do that. She knows that David Bieniek from WCVB, he's not going to get up there and ask questions. Steve Cooper's not going to ask her questions. John Hall's not going to ask her questions. Christina Rex isn't going to ask her questions. Sue O'Connell's not going to ask her questions. None of these people are going to ask her questions because it's awkward and it's uncomfortable because you're like, yeah, so you killed a man, huh? What was that like? Why did you do that? Why did you Googled how long to die and called it 227? But why would you? So you're a murderer? Like the whole thing is awkward and uncomfortable. But awkward and uncomfortable is my game. It's what I do. That's my jam. Awkward and uncomfortable. So I'm like, yeah, let's fuck. Let's just go. Let's ask him these questions. That's not a crime. That's just intellectual curiosity. And then at the end, when I call them cop killers, that's what we call opinion. That's editorializing. That's also constitutionally protected speech. There's journalism, the research aspect, and then there's the editorializing, both of which are legal.
No? Makes sense to you? Why were you up?
Thanks, Al.
At 4:53 in the morning, Miss McCabe? Why didn't you go to sleep? Were you drinking that night? You often drink a lot of alcohol, you go to the bar, and then stay up till 4:53.
Let's go, Turtle.
Truth and justice. We're looking for it right now. We're looking for it. A Boston police officer was murdered in cold blood. And these people right here, who you're looking at, these people right here, they covered it up. They participated. They're in the murder of a Boston police officer. These are cop killers, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cop killer right there. Cop killer. Cop killer. That's what you are. That's all you're ever going to be, is a cop killer. Disgusting.
It's just crazy how much has changed. Like, if I did that nowadays, dude, do you understand how big the crowd would be around me? I can't. Back then, I'm like alone on the sidewalk, just doing this by myself. As me and Richie out there, getting it done. And Kerry Roberts there. Dude, Kerry Roberts, dude. Sucks. We'll talk about her another time, though. Anyway, oh, good. The Celtics are winning. It's a little bit closer than it was before. It's 104-97 with 3 minutes left in the game. What are the Celtics win probability is 95%. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, no Jaylen Brown tonight, huh? That's all right. Got it done without him. And Jrue Holiday. He might be done. I don't know. All right. Anyway, so remember that. I got indicted for that. I didn't violate any buffer zone shit, nothing. Now, this is what Jill Albritton did on, I believe, June 19th, something like that. It was the day that Marie Russell was voir dired, and this is right in the smack of the heart of the buffer zone.
It was an accident, Karen. Just tell him you did it. Tell him you did it. Let everybody else be free.
Tell him you did it.
Yeah.
Tell him you did it. just let everyone else be free. Not admit that you did it. Tell them you did it. You see the difference between admit you did it and tell them you did it? Admit you did it is saying that, like, well, I believe you actually did it, so you should admit it. Tell them you did it is directing you what to say. Is saying, well, it doesn't matter if you actually did it. Just tell them you did it. Tell them you did it. You're directing her testimony now. To be clear, Karen Reed is a potential witness in her own trial. All criminal defendants are potential witnesses. And according to the Massachusetts witness intimidation statute, which they love the witness intimidation statute because it was used against me. So they're in. They love that thing. And according to them, according to that statute, it's so broad that it says that any witness or potential witness, so anybody who could be a witness in a trial, that is exactly what a criminal defendant is. Karen Reed had expressed to the media her desire that she was hoping to testify, but was going to let her lawyers decide what to do. She didn't say tell the truth. Yeah, you're right. No, she didn't say tell the truth. She said tell him you did it. That's another difference. I've been indicted for telling this piece of shit, Julie Nagel, to tell the truth outside of her house. That's what I said. Tell the truth. Nothing. I go, nothing's stopping you from coming forward and telling the truth. What's wrong with the truth? I'm not saying tell him you did it. I'm not saying tell him you witnessed a murder. I didn't say anything like that. I'm saying tell the truth. But Jill Albritton doesn't do that. She tells her exactly what to say. Karen, you should tell again. Just listen to this woman's voice too. Oh. Tell him you did it.
Yes.
It was an accident, Karen. Just tell him you did it.
And look at the state trooper looks right at them. This is a violation of the buffer zone and just blatantly violate. People got tickets for honking their horns on this busy street in town. And this woman's yelling at the defendant herself, saying, just tell them you did it, Karen.
Tell him you did it. Let everybody else be free, weirdo.
And then let everyone else be free. So tell them you did it so that Jennifer McCabe can be free. So that's two-part there. You're number one, confess to a crime that you didn't commit. And number two, do it so that everyone else can be free. Right? Now, if you look at the statute, I mean, this is a big ass statute we got here, but it clearly says whoever willfully threatens, attempts, or causes physical, emotional, or economic injury or property damage to. So clearly that woman attempted to cause emotional damage. No doubt about it. She was attempting to cause emotional damage. Or to somebody who is a witness or a potential witness. So that's Karen Reed. With the intent to, or with reckless disregard for the fact that it may impede, obstruct, delay, prevent, or otherwise interfere with a criminal investigation at any stage. Okay? Or a trial. That's covered under there. So clearly, this woman is trying to influence Karen Reed's testimony, which would obstruct justice and impede the trial. And that's open and shut felony witness intimidation. So why isn't this filthy, disgusting pig cunt? Yes, Joe Krowski, I said that about your stupid sister-in-law. She's a filthy, disgusting pig cunt. Just listen to her. And she won't even call. I messaged her, she didn't message me back. Anybody have her phone number? I'll call her. She ain't a witness. I can call her. What's she up to now? Can I call? Did she block me yet? Okay, no, she hasn't blocked me yet. But tell that pig, let me get her number so I can call that pig. Everybody's all worried about, oh, Turtle Boy, you can't call people on the phone. You're not, no, stop it. It's still a free country, guys. She's not a witness. I can call that pig cunt whenever I want because she's not a witness to anything. She's just a pig who showed up for court and ran her cock kisser in the middle of Main Street and thought there would be no consequences for it. She pulled the Carl Dougal. Okay. So if she wants to get some, she can get some. Right? You want to show up to court defending murdering pieces of shit? You can get some. You will be treated like that. We can get old school on your ass. And that's not witness intimidation, bitch, because you ain't covered by the statute. So I dare you to show up again. I dare you. And that's not a threat. That's me saying we're about to make things a little uncomfortable around here because that's what I do. I'm the king of uncomfortability. And I love bitches like you who think that they're badass showing up, trying to intimidate innocent people outside of the courthouse like they are something. You ain't nothing. Anyway, so back to this. I'm sick of this. We're getting old school. I watched those old tapes of Bill Lacroix. So that's the good old days. I miss those days. Anyway, so, these people have just got way too comfortable. She goes, does anyone want to meet tomorrow with guilty signs or whatever? It's so unfair to the family that nobody is there supporting them. And we're supporting. I'm definitely not supporting the family because I don't give a fuck about Peggy O'Keefe. And if these people are ever indicted in federal court, I'm telling you right now, if Peggy O'Keefe and Paul O'Keefe have the balls to show up to Jennifer McCabe's arraignment, oh my God, oh dear God, oh that would talk about no shame. No shit, but they won't because they'll probably be there supporting her, trying to bail her out if that happens because they don't give a fuck about John O'Keefe. These people, there's nothing these people care less about than John O'Keefe. Absolutely nothing. They want to be friends with the McAlberts more than anything on earth because they hate Karen Reed. That's all it comes down to it. And they hate me. Their hatred for her has amplified ever since they found out that her and I have been talking on the phone. That's all it comes down to. All right. So, I don't tell people don't show up for court, but if Jennifer McCabe is indicted and Peggy and Paul O'Keefe show up for court, I might have some questions. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Like, what are you doing here? Like, that would be my first question. Are you at all ashamed? Do you feel stupid? On a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid do you feel? Because you should feel whatever it is you're feeling on the dumb meter. It's not high enough. You need to feel dumber because you are fucking dumb. Let me tell you, just dumb. Dumb. You guys, oh my God. If you had any idea what the McAlberts say behind your back about how fucking lucky they are that you're as dumb as you are. Oh my goodness gracious. But anyway, I digress. So let's get back to this. So it says, she wants to meet up there. Nobody is there supporting them. Yeah, exactly. Why no one's supporting them? I mean, we're supporting John O'Keefe, but why no one's there supporting the McAlberts? Because it's shameful. Because nobody actually believes this. Like fucking 5% of the population believes Karen Reed did this, and they ain't showing up in person because they don't actually really feel that passionate about it, right? Yeah. So anyway, I go on her page. I go on Jill's page, and I'm like, Krowski vacation. Krowski. That's interesting. And then I'm like, whoa. I recognize that face. That's Joe Krowski. There he is. Joe Krowski, of course, was the attorney for Colin Albert at the grand jury, the federal grand jury. Okay. And he's a frequent talking head on Court TV. He's with the 3-person panel of Nick Rocco, him, and Plevin. Goodness gracious. I mean, he's supposed to be like the lawyer that was on there. So he presents himself as like a criminal defense attorney who's there for justice. What he has failed to point out, he has admitted that he's Colin Albert's attorney, but he has not admitted other things that we found out prior to writing this. And this is after Colin Albert testified that he'd never been in a fight. Listen to this.
Fight before, and he said no. So as impeachment evidence, that they were allowed in, I believe over objection, to show that that statement was demonstrably false, which it was not. He's never been in a fight. Turtle Boy's offering $100 for anyone that can produce a video. So far, 160 people have commented with not a single person able to show that he's been in a fight. Those were sophomoric, literally. His sophomore year in high school, sophomoric
It was actually his senior year of high school.
videos, pretend videos. They were almost spoofs. No fight resulted from those videos. I mean, it's absolutely silly. Bang, bang, as if he's gangster and has a gun. And somehow Alan Jackson argued that that shows a propensity for violence.
Who watched those videos and didn't think it showed a propensity for violence? Right. And so actually we found a bunch of videos of Colin fighting. Here's one. He's not a good fighter. Like he's the one in the white. This Ginger kicks his ass here. Watch this. Give it to him. Go Ginger, go Ginger, go. Go Ginger, go Ginger, go. Go Ginger, go Ginger, go. Get him. Get him. Get him, Ginger. He's got thong sandals on. Look at Colin. He's got the stance like he knows what he's doing. He's been hanging out with Ghoulie. Look at him. Colin got hit in there. Okay. But the Ginger gets him. Go Ginger, go Ginger, go. Go Ginger, go Ginger, go. Go Ginger, go Ginger, go. Go, 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 go. Go Ginger, go. Oh, there it is. Get him. Get him. Come on. One more. One for the road. This is the gayest fight I've ever seen. Oh my God. White people. All right. So there's that one. Then there was this. This could be argued as roughhousing.
It's a Kung Fu Panda.
This kid's toying with him. This kid's just like, that kid was just like, dude, don't make me kick your ass, And then the other one, he gets the shit kicked out of him by a black kid. That one was great. Anyway, so back to this. So Krowski is he defends the McAlberts at all costs. Somebody posts this picture of Jen McCabe, which, by the way, she hated this picture. She wanted me arrested for this picture. She tries to get Morrissey to arrest me, like have me charged because I posted this picture of her at some sort of sporting event, right? And and because I mean that's what happens when you go out in public. People could take your picture. Like I don't know when they thought that this became against the law because they got me arrested. Now they think everyone can get arrested. And so somebody posts a picture and he goes, "Nothing funny about this. A terrific person has had her life turned upside down. She's raised terrific kids, coached and taught. Leave her alone. Have some decency. How about go fuck yourself? You know what's decency, Joe Krowski? Not leaving a guy to die in the snow. I will not show any decency towards Jennifer McCabe ever. I will show nothing but scorn, hatred, ridicule, because that's what she deserves. She's a horrible, evil person, and she was going to burn in eternal hell for what she's done to not only John O'Keefe, but also to Karen Reed and to me. She put me in jail. Like she contributed to that. And she has taken an active role in framing Karen Reed because she knows that if it's not Karen, it's going to be her. So he also says here, really, he defends her honor. You don't know her. You come on here with a fake name. I don't think this woman, I think that's Courtney. It says Courtney right here. That's her name. You come on here with a fake name and disparage her. She is a victim in all this, a terrific person, falsely accused of something. A terrific person, then why did she refer to him as a man in the snow? Why didn't she go inside and get blankets for him? Huh? Why didn't she do that? Why did she wait 30 minutes? Why did she delete so many phone calls? Right? Why? Why did she do all that stuff? If she's such a terrific person. Yeah, real terrific. I represented Colin more than a year ago. I disclosed that on every television appearance. I am biased when it comes to him. He was maliciously slandered. His life was turned upside down. To this day, not a single person puts him in within a mile of John O'Keefe that night. Oh, so you mean that his family members don't implicate him in a murder? Well, I guess nothing to see here. But then he takes the next step. He goes, she called her parents at 1 a.m. Be real. Look, she didn't. Like, what the fuck does that mean? She called her mom at 1:15 and her mom didn't answer the phone. So what's that supposed to mean? Who cares? Look, it's up to the jury. Whatever they decide the verdict is. I just think it's deplorable how people were so quick to anoint Karen as this perfect person and maliciously defame others. To be clear, no one has anointed Karen Reed as a perfect person. I am indifferent to the type of person Karen Reed is. I don't care. If Karen Reed was a horrible, shitty person with a shit personality, I would have the same opinion of what's happened to her as anybody else. I shouldn't know about what kind of person Karen Reed is. I shouldn't know because this shouldn't be happening, right? I shouldn't know that she flirted with Brian Higgins. I shouldn't know any of that. I shouldn't know that if she was cunty towards John sometimes. I shouldn't know about any of that. I don't want it. Like, why? I'm not here to judge her. She's not a perfect person. I don't think anyone has ever claimed that she is. So I don't like what, literally no one has said that. Nobody has said that. And for a defense attorney too, it's like, bro, isn't your natural inclination to defend defendants, Or how about this one? This is just a lie. This is Pinocchio Joe. He goes, 53 calls to her father before 5 a.m. No, that never happened. Why are you lying, Joe? Why is that tweet still up? Then he says this one. Because this is his sister-in-law. Okay, that's who Jill Albritton is. So and I'm told, some people told me that he was with her first and then left her for the wife. I don't care. Right. And again, because we're not getting, Helena Rafferty got all caught up in that. He never apologized when he said that I had sex with Kenny Berkowitz. Okay, fine. Maybe he didn't blow Kenny Berkowitz. I don't care if you banged Kenny Berkowitz. Stop changing the subject. That's not my big point here. Okay. That's like the least interesting thing in all this shit. Anyway, back to this. So he says here, really, why does Karen have a cracked taillight? Why does he have? Oh, I know that one, because she backed into John's car. Notice he didn't say destroyed, cracked. Why did her EDR show a collision? It didn't. Nowhere at trial did anyone say, well, see where it says collision right there? Nope, that's not what it says. Why did she call her father at 1 a.m.? She didn't. And at 4 a.m.? She didn't. She didn't talk to her dad. Why did she tell Kerry Roberts that he was dead at 5 a.m.? She didn't. Kerry Roberts says she did? That's where they need to cross-examine her. If she pulls that shit again. Wait a minute. She told you he was dead at 5 o'clock and you didn't call police? You didn't have a follow-up to that question? Like, what? How do you know he's dead? Nothing like that. Like, there's just, oh yeah, she told me he was dead. And, oh, really? Well, that's awkward. Okay. I mean, they got to ask her about that, And let me just say, in the next trial, I think there's going to be a lot of questions for Kerry Roberts. A lot. And Kerry knows what I'm talking about. Kerry, there's going to be a lot of questions for you, girl, that weren't asked in the first trial. I don't know why, but I think a lot are going to be asked because I got a bunch of questions for her. Okay. Why did she go to John's house, ignore his family, and leave? Get a grip. Why did she go to John's house? Because that's where her car was and her clothing and everything. Ignore his family because Peggy O'Keefe was accusing her of killing John. Kerry Roberts testified to that the first thing that she said on the phone was to Karen at like 7:30, I think, was, and you just left him there? Yep. Yeah. And so, of course, his dad is Joe Krowski Sr., the guy who just told Tom CPU, fuck you, when Tom attempted to say hello to him outside of court. And Krowski Sr. represents Jill Daniels. We'll see why shortly. This is so incestuous. There's his wife, Lori Krowski. And yeah. So I go on her page. And there they are. Family vacations. Wonderful. Okay. With the son, Julian. Awesome. Okay. And Joe Krowski, I mean, when you think about this, this is an attorney on Court TV who has a family member now who is actively intimidating witnesses outside of court, outside of a murder trial. And because that's what it is. Hold on. That works. Am I disappearing here? Hold on. That's going to be a problem. Whatever. That works. All right. Anyway, so yeah, she's intimidating witnesses outside of court, and that I didn't know that. Joe's failed to mention that. Joe failed to mention that. Like, did Joe send this woman to do this? This woman just suddenly had an interest in this case out of nowhere. Maybe that should be looked into. And this is what he said about the buffer zone in April. I made a simple comment regarding the buffer zone. Jurors need to be free from outside influences. My point was more than not, it's used to protect the accused. There should be room for meritorious discourse and not the constant insults from people on both sides. So Bev said this too, that the buffer zone was designed to make sure that Karen Reed gets a fair trial. That's what she used to kick me out of court too. She's like, we have to make sure that Karen Reed gets a fair trial, because we all know Bev is really concerned about that, right? Really concerned about Karen Reed getting a fair trial. So, but yet his own sister-in-law is showing up to court, violating the buffer zone, and literally yelling at Karen Reed and telling her to change her testimony. So that's interesting. So I messaged him about it, and he got nothing to say. He's got nothing to say. He still hasn't responded about the Colin Albert fight video. I go, hey, Joe, did your sister-in-law, Jill Albritton, intimidate Karen Reed and demand she change her testimony outside of court on her own, or was it on your behalf? I'm looking for a quote for publication. He doesn't get back to me. Now, it gets better. 2014, he attends the premiere of The United States versus James Bulger at Coolidge Corner Theater. And this is right after Whitey Bulger was found guilty and eventually sentenced to federal prison where he was killed. Well, look who he attended with. Oh, look, it's Spanky. It's Joe, Uncle Joe, or whatever Joe, and Spanky. Oh, look at all that popcorn. How much popcorn do you need, Spanky? And so there's Izzy Mandelbaum in the background there. And so they're buddies. These guys are buddies, because I would always see Izzy Mandelbaum, Joe Krowski Sr., at court. He comes to the hearings. He goes out to lunch with Hank Brennan. So I'm going to have a bunch of questions for them about Spanky's relationship with Izzy Mandelbaum. I'm just curious about that. I'm just curious. So anyway, like, they're obviously pretty close together. So it looks like Joe, because that's one thing I'm putting together here. It's starting to make more sense why Spanky's on this. We know that he's friends with Kerry Lama, who is good friends with Jennifer McCabe. We know that. Kerry Lama is the person that said that she saw Matt McCabe. He's such a good guy. He drinks coffee with the garbage man every Wednesday. For 15 minutes, because he's not above them. That's just the kind of guy that Matt McCabe is. Yeah. So there they are. And they both represented this scumbag. This is attorney Gary Zarola, who has been charged with rape. I shit you not, charged with rape 5 times. This guy was like once voted like Boston's top bachelor or something like that. And he was charged with rape 5 times. He was acquitted 4 times. Okay. And one of those acquittals was done by Joe Krowski. Another one was by Spanky Brennan. There's the Krowski one. There's Brennan. So they both represent this rapey attorney, Gary Zarola. And this is what Krowski said about Zarola. He goes, there's no way to say this. No rape is good, because he eventually gets convicted. This last year, convicted and sentenced 5 years. No rape is good. There's no way to say this. No rape is good. But the allegations, to the extent proven in this case, certainly don't distinguish them from another type of rape. There's nothing unique about these facts. I don't know what that means, but I guess he's saying there's different kinds of rape. I don't know. But we also recall that Gary Zarola was Leah Genduso's Better Call Saul. Like, he's the, if you recall the story I wrote about her, the state trooper in 2018, she gave him 270. She gave Gary Zarola, she was selling pot before she became a state trooper. And she had like, the house got raided, right? Or like her boyfriend, Sean Bucci, got arrested. And then she had to get rid of all the money. There was like 275 grand in the house. And so she brought it to Gary Zarola, the shady attorney. And Gary Zarola put it in safes, and he kept 50 grand of it. And then that was it. All right. And another connection here, right? Nancy Krowski, who is the wife of Joe Krowski Sr. and thus the mother of Joe Jr., is related to Nick Marathas, which I believe would mean that Joe Krowski is related to Nick Marathas. Nick Marathas, you may recall, is the geriatric boyfriend of Jill Daniels. You got that? So Jill Daniels, boyfriend, and then Jill Daniels get jammed up for something, and Nancy's husband, who I guess would be the uncle to Nick Marathas, represents her, probably for free. Who are we kidding here? Probably for free. I mean, these guys are like mob lawyers for the McAlberts. Krowski Jr. gets Colin Albert. Krowski Sr. gets Jill. You know, both getting these violent incidents. And, you know, meanwhile, she's also saying great things about Jen McCabe, what an awesome person she is. Oh, she's a former teacher and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we all know it. Jill Daniels. This is, let's see. Krowski's family member, Jill Albritton, has been very critical for allegedly driving drunk and being irresponsible. Yeah. She says that Karen Reed is the most disgusting person I've ever seen. Literally left someone to die in the cold because she's a total narcissist. And she goes on to say, my heart breaks for the family and the witnesses who've been made into defendants. Karen Reed has done this to all of them. Hitting him and leaving him was just the beginning of the evil narcissist that she has proven to be. All of this just to save herself from what should have been a DUI. Right? John would still be alive. She left him to die to save herself and has spun it around into a circus of animals, glorifying her into a victim and a celebrity. I am a mom of 4 that loves her kids like these family love theirs. If someone ever accused me or my kids or my family of these insane, horrific lies, I'm not sure what I would do to them. Oh, you'd fuck them up. Is that what you're saying there, Jill? Well, let me tell you, if your son, let me tell you right now, if any of your fucking stupid kids, because that's what they are, they're stupid because they were raised by you, so they got to be fucking stupid. If any of your stupid kids ever do what the McAlberts did to John O'Keefe, you better believe they're going to get the same fucking treatment. You understand that? The same treatment. But that probably won't happen. Because although you probably raise stupid kids, I don't think you raise murderers. Okay? Because that's another step up. Because the people in that house murdered John O'Keefe. Yes, they did. That's a fact, not an opinion. I've never been sued for it. I'm waiting for a lawsuit. But anyway, she shouldn't throw stones because this is her husband, who's now dead, Steve Albritton. And what's this picture for? Oh, he was accused of the accused drunk driver. His blood alcohol level was high enough to kill some people. Well, how high was it? How high was it? There it is. Oh, there he is. 8 times the legal limit. So he was faced with 3 charges. He was found passed out behind his SUV in the middle of the road with 2 teenagers in the car. He's got 1 felony count of child neglect. He blew a .604, or he had a .604 at the hospital. Do you understand how high .604 is? I didn't even know that was possible. I thought you were automatically dead. Automatically. What happens if you get to 1? Does that just mean you're everything in you is alcohol? Like, what's flowing through your veins? Just whiskey. They're just straight up Jameson and ginger, minus the ginger. Like just JMO is just going through my veins. 100%. .604. That's a majority. That's a plurality of your blood is constituting alcohol. Like most of it. Most of the liquid circulating through your body right now is alcohol. I've never heard of that. I've heard of like when people get really like white girl wasted. I've heard of like 0.3. Like if you are 0.2, you're like 0.25. You're like catatonic, man. You're wasted. You know, 0.1 is too high to drive. Let's do it 0.6. 0.6, motherfucker. And these people are out here casting judgment on drunk drivers. Like, how dare you, Karen Reed, drink and drive? You're such a lush. You're such a bad person for getting behind the wheel that night. You must be a killer. All these people, I mean, go down the list of people who've gotten DUIs. Jim McDermott, we just forgot about that one. Jim McDermott almost killed a woman too, didn't she? Didn't he? He's the clerk. He just sits up there like he didn't almost kill someone drunk driving. Oh, Paulo Grift. We know what he did. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. You keep having a good time there, Paul? We'll talk later. Okay. So there's that. Who else has been busted for DUIs by these people? I mean, everyone was drinking and driving that night. What's his name? Was Higgins is doing donuts in the Canton Police Department parking lot. Everyone. I mean, Paul was shit-faced, dude. Paulo Grift was shit-faced. Read that report. He got out. He didn't know what the cop was saying. He almost killed a man. Oh, Chris Albert. Chris Albert literally killed a man. Literally. Drunk driving. He was drunk. He fled. He sobered up. Admitted to it. He had no choice. He was caught. They're all drunks. And they all drive around drunk. And they sit here. And imagine being married to such a piece of shit. Because that's what your dead husband was, Jill. A piece of shit. A child abusing piece of shit. Anybody who puts their kids in danger like that can fuck off. Like, you should be ashamed. How have you not changed your last name and this is on Google? Seriously. It's a very uncommon last name. You Google it, you're going to find the guy. You're going to find you. It came up pretty quick. And you're running your cock kisser on social media like you have any sort of moral high ground to judge other people. Your stupid dead husband could have killed your fucking kids. Shame on you. Shame on you. Oh, Mary Beth Frisoli. There's another one we can't forget. Mary Beth Frisoli shows up. She's been to jail. A guy out there is running around with no leg, a motorcyclist, because she got shit-faced and ran his legs over. Oh, yeah. And then don't forget Carl Dougal's dead dad. Let's not forget him, too. He's got 3 DUIs. Nobody loved the Dougal boys. That's why they grew up all fucked up. I mean, look at them. Ace and Gary there. Weirdos. Those guys are so weird. Ken and Carl, dude, are just, of course, their names are Ken and Carl, too. And, their dad's was a filthy drunk. He's dead. He's dead, I believe. He went to jail for 3 DUIs. I mean, all of them, dude. They're all filthy. And then, of course, this Kevin Albert and Michael Proctor. Dude, where's my gun? Yeah, how about that? How about that? Okay. So anyway, back to this. Legal limits, 0.08, blah, blah, blah. Just because you are tolerant at a level of 0.40, by no means should they be behind the wheel. Duh. Surviving levels that high usually means a built-up tolerance to alcohol. So you're just a raging alcoholic. They smelt it on him at 10:54 a.m. Passed out behind the wheel of a car. 10:54 a.m. Taken to the hospital, too drunk to go to jail. They waited till he dropped to 0.40, and then they sent him to jail. Okay. And then he refused a breathalyzer. Okay. So there's that. And her kids went to DCF. So he died, and she's all on here like, oh, I miss you, hubby. You were such a great person. Nah, this hurts every day. Good. I hope it hurts every day, Jill. You deserve to feel pain, suffering, and hurt every day. I hope it hurts. I don't think it does. I think you're just doing that for Facebook likes, saying that. But you deserve to be hurt. Not physically hurt, your feelings hurt. I hope it hurts. Every day, I hope you wake up and you're just sad because you deserve it. You deserve it because you're a worthless piece of shit. Answer the phone. I dare you to show up again. I dare you to show your cunt face and denim again. Please do it. You filthy pig. Anyway, I'm on one tonight. Yeah, here she is pounding. This is her. Like, look at this little pube stash kid here. Look at this. Is there a volume on this? Oh, there's no volume. Look at this. Pounding. How old is this kid? Look at, she's so cool. I'm not like the other moms, except I kind of am. I pound drinks. Oh yeah, we're having fun. Yeah, look at us dancing with the young kids. And then how old is this pube stash kid? Like, she's cheering him on. Yeah, underage drinking. Yeah, go nephew. Yeah, I mean, they're all the same. This is a Colin Albert in the making right there, that kid. Like, who does this? Who behaves like this? Oh, losers. So anyway, again, these are the people who stand in judgment of Karen Reed and me, witness intimidators, you name it. They all suck. So anyway, let me read some turtle chats, shall we? I mean, it's like, that was not what it was like in my house. Like, we didn't do that with our parents, and like, let's pound beers and drink together. Like put it this way. You saw that video right there. The younger generation pounding drinks with the older generation. They think it's funny. They think it's cool. They're having a great time, right? It's all fun and games, right? Well, what do you think happened at 34 Fairview Road that night? Remember, they want us to believe that Brian, Nicole Albert, Jennifer McCabe, all these people were coming over the house, and that when they got there, or before they got there, Colin Albert's like, yo, I'm out. I already said happy birthday to gay autistic Brian Albert Jr. Okay. And that's all I'm here to do. My mom will be by in the morning for the donuts. That's it. And I don't want to be here for too much fun. Like, what you saw in that video is like what Colin, like that's Colin. That would have been Colin Albert and Brian Albert fucking 10 minutes later. Right. That's what, give me a break. There's no way that fucking kid left. Absolutely not. No way. All right. Let's read some turtle chats, shall we? All right. First one is from Jay Stark. And it says, it's for $5. And he goes, I thought I saw it all today until on Twitter when a McAlbert troll said that Chris Albert was the victim of Peter Berger, an illegal immigrant that ran him off the road. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, God. That wouldn't surprise. Oh. All right, cool. Next one. Romy sends $50. Thanks, Romy. And says, that DM Jen McCabe sent you was wild. The pic of John Como. Did she just have that saved in her phone? Yeah, if you didn't see this today, this is another one I thought of. Actually, I'm going to save this. So, yeah, Jen McCabe sends me on July 1st at 7:18 p.m. So she's probably drunk. What appears to be a naked or a half naked picture of a hairy man by the name of John Como, who is a former Canton resident. His family still lives in Canton, Canton ties, etc. And, vocal critic of the McAlberts, and likes to take his shirt off and show his hairy chest. And she sends me a picture of him for some reason. And this is July 1st, 2023. This is a month after. Again, here's the timeline. May 24th, I confront her outside of court. A week later, she goes into Stoughton District Court, tries to get an order on me, says she's in fear of me, she's fearing, gets denied. A week later, I'm at the Billerica lacrosse game, asking her questions, and she's laughing about it. No big deal. All fun and games, right? July 27th, I go to Canton, and I go to her house, and I ring the doorbell. And the door's wide open for some reason, and she just doesn't answer, and I leave. And then 4 days later, while she's supposedly so afraid of me, she sends me this half-naked picture of a hairy man. And I said, "Is that Matt?" And then she goes, "Ha ha, it's your boy, John C." So we're just talking like we're old friends. And I go, "Who's John C?" And then she goes, "Sorry to bother you. Have fun in Mashpee." So that's her way of saying, have fun in Mashpee. That's her way of saying, I know where you're going to be. I can follow you around too, Turtle Boy. Right? I know where you're going to be. Have fun in Mashpee. Is that where Auntie Bev's seaside cottage was, where Sean McCabe said he was going to bury my body under? Is that? So she's like, this is clearly a threat, or like intimidation, if you will. Obviously this is going to be used in our motion to dismiss, because this woman's not intimidated. She's not in fear. You're not experiencing emotional harm if you're messaging me. Sorry. Good Lord. You know what I mean? Like, not going to work. So yeah. So if you just saw that today, pretty wild. So thank you very much. Romy. Steph sends $50 and goes, 25 for kittens and 25 for baby Clay. RIP. Today would have been a big day for Clay. We would have had his first Valentine's Day coming up. Clay, one of the things he told me in utero, before he was murdered, was actually his first words were actually going to be free Karen Reed. Believe it, I swear to God, he was a special baby. We miss him every day. I didn't even get a chance to kiss him goodbye or hold him. I didn't do any of that. He was literally, you understand how traumatizing that is to see your advanced son, Clay, murdered in front of you? That happened to me, guys. That happened to me. I didn't even have a chance to mourn him properly because I was in jail like 2 days later. 2 days later, I'm just in jail. And Clay, Clay, I was yelling. I was in my cell yelling that. I was like, what did I say? Just Clay. When will the services be for Clay? I miss him so much already. So, he was murdered in my, he didn't even make it to my driveway. He didn't even make it to my real driveway. So anyway, that's RIP Clay. We love you, Bowie. Next up, hashtag sends $5 and goes, is it true Kerry Roberts turned on the McAlberts and confessed or something? I don't want to start rumors, but I heard that somewhere, so I wanted to ask. No, that is 100% false. So thank you for that one. Cynthia sends $100. Woo, thanks, Cynthia. And says, keep bringing the noise. Will do, Cynthia. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Very generous. I appreciate that. Colin sends 25 big ones and says, hey, doctor, I proudly wear my FKR hoodie out and about on weekends to show my support for Karen. And in doing so, I've met some amazing people. None better than meeting you at my son's flag football game this past Sunday. Oh, that was you. Yeah, I saw this guy. I'm like watching my son's flag football game. We were undefeated up until this point. And then we got our ass kicked because the other team had this redheaded kid who was like God. He just murdered us. He just did whatever he wanted up and down the field, just toyed full Saquon Barkley on us. And yeah, and then I see this guy afterwards, and I'm like, oh, he's got the FKR hoodie, the same color that I got arrested in too. That one. And I'm like, nice hoodie. So we started talking. But he says, thanks for coming over and saying hello. It was a great surprise. Good luck with the rest of the season. Hope to see you guys in the playoffs. Colin, thank you. Yeah, it's like real serious. It's like, you know, he's 7. He's 7 years old. I'm like, I'm just looking to get some exercise, to be perfectly honest with you. I just want to get him out of the house, get him off the couch, you know. But appreciate that. All right, next up. Jay sends $5 and says the defense needs to fight Bev harder on the 1 hour time limit for closing arguments. It's impossible to get through every single instance of reasonable doubt in only an hour. Yeah, you know what gives her the right to say that? 1 hour? Like, what if she said 15 minutes? Like 1 hour? Doesn't seem right. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you. So thank you very much for that. PJ sends $5, goes, but do you think she's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? That's the only question that matters. No, I don't. So thank you, PJ. I don't think she's guilty at all. Here comes another lie, sends $5 and goes, on Lally's direct exam to Jen, he asked her that after the Ozone basketball search that she turned her phone off. She said yes. Okay, so how did Karen's call at 5 a.m. went through if your phone was off, you lying bitch? I didn't even pick up on that, but that's interesting. Thank you very much. Denise sends $5 and goes, do we know when her Google search was deleted? Is there a timestamp? It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Thank you, Denise. Another Coverup sends $5, goes, if Nicole or Brian didn't answer Jen's calls, then who the fuck opened the door to her when she creeped away from the cops and ran in the house? She said it was unlocked. Cops just keep their houses unlocked, I guess. Also, where can I find the full dash cam footage? I need to see something from 6:10 to 6:40. Just go watch Good or Seraph's testimony in court, and you should be able to see that. So thank you very much. Molded PB&J sends $5 and goes, please, this is for the defense. CBS Media said investigators have doorbell cam of the incident. So what the fuck is it? Yeah, we know. We've been over that many times. So thank you. But anyway, okay, let me just refresh that, see if we're missing any. Clay Kearney has donated $5. It says, breaking news, New England Patriots sign Julie Nagel to a 3-year deal. Nagel will suit up at right guard for the Pats in the fall. Holy fuck. Dude, if we had the bagel on, oh my God, I would trade like the whole draft for Julie Nagel playing right guard, just paving the way. You know, she'd be out there, fucking Myles Garrett be lining up. Oh fuck, I got bagel. I'm on the bagel assignment today. She would just watch out, Garrett. Ate my Wheaties this morning. Coming, pain train's about to come through there, lining up, 3-point stance. Fucking just plows them over. Yeah, you like that, Garrett? Yeah, you like that, Micah Parsons? Not so tough now, huh? Not so tough now. Stay out of Canton. Stay out of Canton. Yeah. So, all right. So thank you for that one, Clay. That's very sweet of you. Colin's future DUI sends $10. It goes, I'm starting to believe Hank is dumber than Lally. He might be. Every hearing in motion just seems to help the defense. Can't wait for this to be over, and you and Karen can sue them all into oblivion. Hashtag free Karen Reed. Hashtag free Dr. Turtleboy. Yeah, it's going to be sweet when this is all over. But, I mean, it could be in a few months. Mine could be quicker. We have a motion to dismiss coming up. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know. If we have to take it to trial, we will. But I ain't the least bit worried about it because justice is coming either way. So thank you for that. We got any cash apps? Oh yeah, there's also a stream tomorrow. I've been reminded here. Nurse Kim has a stream tomorrow with Meredith at 7:30 on the Nurse Kim channel. And yeah, that's go check it out. Go check it out. They're raising money. They've raised over $5,000, I believe, for the Karen Reed Defense Fund, just on some cats. That's all it took. Three cats actually, kittens, and that motivated people to raise over $5,000 for the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund, which is great, which is fantastic. Love it. And they're going to be doing, I think they're closing it up tomorrow. So go check that out. And yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, double the fake victims freaking GoFundMe for her lawsuit, which I think she has like 10 days to respond to. We still haven't got a response yet. Let me check out the Cash Apps here. Leah sends $10 and has no comment. Thank you very much, Leah. Meatball Morrissey's Sketty Stain sends $10, goes, "Hi, I can't find the Nagel piece of shit shirt. I want a 2x2. So they're on there. They're on. I'll have to post it. It's right on the actually, let me see if I got it right now. I'll find it for you. Let's go right on the website. Let's see. I'll help you guys navigate this. So you go right here to Turtle Store. Okay. She had to relist them or unlist? Does that mean they're not there? Is that what relist means? Okay. Free Karen Regear. Okay. The new arrivals. Let's see. No. Women, non-clothing, pets. Oh man, we got everything. What this one? T-shirts. Okay, I didn't list the. Well, I guess they're not on there right now, but they will be up again soon. So there's that. I don't know why that's not working when I click on it. How about this? Does this? Whoa, shit! Sorry, I just jumped because the. I think she's in my inbox, Laura, who runs my store. I got scared there. I heard a thing in my ear. All right. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Any other turtle chats here? Naomi sends $10 and goes, refrigerated nagel. Thank you very much, Naomi. Richard sends $10 and goes, Richard Lewis loves Shonda. Thanks, Aidan, for all you do. Or Richard loves Shonda. Yeah, Richard loves Shonda. Thank you very much, Richard. Appreciate it. Chad sends $5 and goes, I support you, Turtle Boy. Well, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. We also have $20 from Andrea and says the Jen McCabe Haters Club. Dues go to free Karen Reed. Excellent. Thank you very much, Andrea. All right. Let me just double check the turtle chats. Christy Cosgrove sends $25 and goes, thank you from the North Shore. Karen will be freed. Yes, she will. Thank you very much. $5 from Mallory says, interesting that I hit him isn't recorded on any dash cam videos when Karen was allegedly screaming and hysterical. Yeah, it's also not in any police reports. So there's that. Amanda sends $25 and goes, R.I.P. Clay. We all know you would have been a great swimmer. I hope the pool baby is doing okay. Yeah, he was going to go, you know, he told me that was one of his goals was to be an Olympic champion swimmer. You know, an Olympic champion swimmer, he said, you know, and we discussed, you know, what the big argument that we had, the disagreement Clay and I had was what stroke, you know, what stroke are you going to do? I I wanted him to do the backstroke, but he insisted on the freestyle. He insisted on the crawl. And I said, Clay, you're never going to make it as a crawler. Okay. Everybody wants to do the crawl. Okay. So you're just going to be another person out there. But Clay, nobody does the backstroke. There's nobody out there that's like, oh, I'm the back. I excel at the backstroke. Do what no one else does, son. Do what no one else does. And he said, Dad, I don't want to be a backstroker, Dad. I don't want to live your life. He quoted Varsity Blues. He said that. He goes, I don't want to live your life. You were a backstroker, Dad. I want to be a freestyler, Dad. And I said, you know what, Clay, even though I want this for you, I want you to be a backstroker. I want you to be happy more than anything, son, because you make me so proud. And I can't wait to see you grow up. And I'm going to be at every one of your meets cheering you on. But then I wasn't, because Clay was murdered in front of me. Murdered. And I'll never forgive her for that. She just took him away from me. And now I'm never going to get to go to his swim meets and watch him do the backstroke or the crawl, whatever he wants to do. So I just love him. I love him. I'd say he's in a better place, but he was going to do great things here. He was going to do great things. And now he's dead. So RIP Clay. Okay. Next up. Do we have any more before we get started on the Judge Jeanine stuff? Kathy sends $25, goes, hey, Turtle Boy, thanks for all you do. I have to say that Judge Jeanine on Fox is an absolute cunt. Absolutely. No investigative reporting at all. I sent her an email for what it may be worth. Some random thoughts. Julie Nagel is a piece of shit. Hanky Spanky is going to crash and burn. And Kevin from South Boston is so wrong. Plevin is a douche. And Clay Baby is loved. Was loved. So thank you very much for that one. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. I don't know. I don't know if he will. But yeah, we got to talk about Judge Jeanine. Let's just jump right into that, shall we? Clay had the makings of a varsity athlete. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so I saw so many people respond to this and like, I can't believe Judge Jeanine. I really liked her. I was really disappointed. You guys got to stop watching cable TV. Okay. I'm as conservative. I'm a red-blooded conservative, Republican voting guy, right winger as it gets. And I don't watch Fox News because it's gay. I know what they're going to say. I follow Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro on Twitter. I know what they're all going to say. They say the same shit. If you're in a right-wing echo chamber, like I am and was for many years, right? It's just, and I've been to CPAC before. I met everyone, I've been down this rabbit hole. They all say the same exact shit. You turn on, Fox News, right? And, it doesn't matter what time. And then they're talking about, the same exact shit about, illegal immigrants are bad. Yeah, gotta kick them out. Yeah. Hunter Biden's corrupt. Oh yeah. DEI. Don't like that. Don't like DEI. Don't like that. What about transgender drag queens at your kid's library? Do we like that? No. That's real bad. It's the same shit. Okay. And everybody who's on Fox News is just like this prepackaged, plastic looking. The women all look like aliens. Like Harris Faulkner looks like an alien, and Judge Jeanine looks like an alien. They look like freaking aliens. They don't look like real people. And then there's the 5, which is just, again, some cookie cutter, Brian Kilmeade or Ducey or one of these guys. They just say the same shit. And they sit on a couch with some smoking hot blonde of the day, the right-wing blonde of the day. And she says the same shit. The only person on Fox News who was ever worth listening to was Tucker Carlson. That's it. He was the only person on there who ever said anything interesting, whoever drew outside the lines. And you had his show is so highly rated because you turned in and you're like, I don't know what this motherfucker's going to say next today. He might say some crazy shit that like you're not supposed to say. You know, he went after people that like a lot of Republicans, you weren't supposed to do that. He was great. You know, that's what made him so good. And that's why he's gone. He's gone a little off the deep end lately. I don't think he likes Jews very much. I'm just saying. But, and Greg Gotfield is funny. He's kind of like a comedian, so he's okay. But the rest of them, it's all the same. Jesse Waters, I know what the fuck Jesse Waters is going to say every single day. And again, I like this shit. I agree with them all too. So like, if you thought that Judge Jeanine was going to give you some sort of insightful commentary on if you thought on the Canary case, then you haven't been paying attention. I knew it was going to suck the second I saw that she was doing a thing on this. Like I knew it. Like Judge Jeanine doesn't give a fuck about the Canary case at all. Judge Jeanine wants to talk about the border crisis, right? That's what she wants to talk about. And she wants to, well, let me tell you something. These liberals are just opening the border and the Mexicans are coming in here like hotcakes. And Joe Biden gave them amnesty and just lets them go around and look what they're doing. Now we have DEI drag queens everywhere running around and I don't know. When's it going to stop? I don't know. It's we need Donald Trump. And let me tell you, the double standard with what they're doing to Donald Trump and Hunter Biden's a crackhead and he just gets to do whatever he wants. It's the same shit. It's just the same. I can't listen to it. It's just the same shit. And I agree with them. But that's all. Judge Jeanine is on TV because she fucking talks like. Let me just find some Judge Jeanine, some other shit. I don't know how you people like Judge Jeanine. Like, God bless you, but she appeals to simple people. I'm just saying. People are gonna be mad at me for that. It's fucking true. She does. Like, she's not an interesting. Well, just listen to him. I want to show you what she sounds like. I always thought she sucked. I never liked Judge Jeanine ever. It's just her voice. Oh.
This goes beyond politics.
Look at her.
This is about our humanity. He put party aside to join Donald Trump because he believed that Donald Trump was the best shot at making America healthy.
I mean, look at her.
And everybody knows.
Like 73-year-old women are not supposed to look like that. They're not. Like, what's this one?
Well, we actually have a huge years going back.
But they're flying them in. Why cross the border if you get a free flight?
I got a free flight.
It's not true. And we've removed 700,000 that they're just flying them in without,
they are.
without background checks. It's not.
Wait a minute. You think they're flying them in and they do background checks on them?
Yes, I do think that you get a background
From where?
check.
From Chile? From
When you look at
Venezuela?
what's
from
going on.
She looks like a fucking alien, dude. Like, look at her. You thought you were going to get something insightful from this person? Look at her. Do you think this person's smart? You think she's on TV because she's like asking tough questions? She's fucking 73. 73-year-old women don't look like this. She's a fucking alien. And listen to her. She just fucking she feeds you the red meat. Okay. That's why right wingers like her. She just feeds your appetite for everything you want to hear. And that's fine. Okay. But it's not interesting. It's like she's no different from a left-wing Joy Behar or some shit like that. It's the same shit. All right. So anyway, Fox Nation's doing a thing on the Canary case, and I knew it was going to be a disappointment, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I really didn't. Like, this is real bad. Karen Reed, killer or convenient outsider, we'll see. And so here are some clips of her. Okay. Here she is talking to Ducey here. Look at her.
Special about Karen Reed. Yeah. Who is Karen Reed? Well, Karen
read is this lovely woman has been charged with murder and right now faces a manslaughter, vehicular manslaughter trial. There was a trial, a 9-week trial with 5 days of deliberation. She's charged with killing her boyfriend. She, of course, is claiming that her boyfriend,
Of course.
that friends in the police department are
There's no sound?
that the police department needs to frame her when his DNA and his
Is there no sound? Was it poor sound or no sound? There is a difference. There is sound? Okay, it's low. It's as loud as it gets. Sorry, it's as loud as it gets. I can repeat what she says if you like.
his hair is on the back of her bumper, and the vehicle data on her SUV shows that she backed 60 feet at the location where his body was found with a skull fracture.
So the vehicle data location shows that he backed 60 feet at the place where his body was found. That's not true. The vehicle, the EDR data does not show a place it happened. It doesn't show a time it happened. It never happened, by the way. She never went 24 miles an hour in reverse ever. No one's ever done that. She is not Mario Andretti. She did not go 24 miles an hour in reverse. That was triggered by the fact that the wheels were spinning out during the key cycle in which the car was in Bill Reed's driveway. That's it. That's what it was. And it was 62 feet and it was 24 miles an hour, which is also physically impossible to do because I tried it. It's not coming through your StreamYard. You might have to click the box that says share sound. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Where is that setting? Is that on? Let me try this again. Share screen. So Will said that it's not coming through your StreamYard. You might have to click the checkbox that says share sound. I don't see where that's is that on audio? There's a reduce mic background noise, but that can't be it. Testing one. All right, why don't I try doing this? Hold on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, that. What about the testing 1, 2, 3? Okay, there we go. That one works. All right. All right, let me try this. Let me know if you can hear sound better like this. Hold on.
Charged with murder and right now faces a manslaughter, vehicular manslaughter trial. There was a trial, a 9-week trial with 5 days of deliberation. She's charged with killing her boyfriend. She, of course, is claiming that her boyfriend, that friends in the police department are framing her, as if the police department needs to frame her when his DNA and his hair is.
You guys can't hear it. Oh, it is better. It's the same. Whatever. We're just going to play it. All right. We're going to start from the top and actually listen to what she's saying.
Reed. Yeah. Who is Karen Reed? Well, Karen Reed is this lovely woman who's been charged with murder and right now faces a manslaughter, vehicular manslaughter trial. There was a trial, a 9-week trial with 5 days of deliberation. She's charged with killing her boyfriend. She, of course, is claiming that her boyfriend, that friends in the police department are framing her.
Her boyfriend's friends in the police department are framing her. That's not what she alleges at all. Literally, not, like Michael Proctor is not friends with John O'Keefe. They were not friends. Nobody is alleging that. So that's she's making it seem like the same people who are framing her are the same people who murdered John O'Keefe, and that they all knew each other from work, right? So she's making it seem like some Boston cops killed another Boston cop and then their friend and then blamed her. That's not, she knows nothing about the case.
That the police department needs to frame her when his DNA and his hair is on the back of her bumper, and the vehicle data on her SUV shows that she backed 60 feet at the location where his body was found with a skull fracture. He died of hypothermia. So the evidence pretty much contradicts a lot of what she's saying, but at the same time, you've got a woman who's been able to attract some attention for herself. And in
What?
fact, that's why this is a great title. Karen Reed, killer.
There's a woman who's been able to attract some attention for herself. Yeah, she's attracting attention. Or the fact that, you know, Jennifer McCabe Googled how long to die in cold, that also drew some attention. A little bit. We're not, they're acting like Karen Reed went out and got all of our attention. That's not what happened. Karen Reed was in trouble for 15 months before all of a sudden I started paying attention to it, and then you guys all did, right? That's the order of events.
A convenient outsider is available on Fox Nation right now.
Yeah.
It looks great.
It is. It's a great story, and there's a reason that she's been charged a second time. There's a lot of feeling on both sides of this, but I think the evidence is only on one side.
But I think the evidence is only on one side. Yeah, the evidence is only on one side. Our side, you fucking idiot. You absolute fucking moron. How do we get this woman? We got to contact her in like mass numbers. We got to figure that out. If she's got like because you know, she probably doesn't like read her emails or anything like that. And tweeting at her ain't gonna do shit. She's got 4 million followers, so she ain't gonna see you when you tweet at her. That's not gonna work. And her DMs aren't open. We got to find a way to reach her and let her know. But I think it's too gone. Like once they go down this, I've seen this before with Kofin Doofus, and you know, she's no different than Kofin Doofus. Like, don't get it twisted. She's no dumber or smarter than Kofin Doofus. So, like, she believed, like, you can't, I mean, call him Fox, 1-800-FOX. Hey, I don't like what Judge Jeanine said. That ain't gonna fix shit. I think that I'm just trying to think how we could get her attention. But like once they go down that the rabbit hole she's going down, they're lost. They're going to become more entrenched, because then they're going to convince themselves that like, oh, see, this is a cult, and look at me, I'm standing up against the mob, and next thing you know, you're plebin. You know, she did a Phelpsy. You know, exactly. Like the more you push back on these people, the more entrenched they become in their position. So she ain't coming back. I'm telling you that much right now about this clip.
Wouldn't you like run out and say, where is he? As opposed to calling two girlfriends. But she did say to one girlfriend, did I hit him? Could I have hit him? I hit him. All right, but let's talk about the cause of death. The cause of death is extreme blunt force trauma to his head. So the prosecution is saying, look, this guy, this cop O'Keefe, was hit in the head by her backing into him. In fact, his DNA
hit in the head.
Apparently,
he was hit in the head by her backing into him. Nobody's alleging that. Nobody.
DNA is on the tail light. His hair is in the bumper of his SUV.
The hair was not on the bumper. The hair was allegedly on the right rear quarter panel. We allege that it was planted there, of course, because how could it stay on for a 70-mile back and forth trip from Dayton to Canton that in the middle of a blizzard? That doesn't make any sense, but go on. She's not like she knows nothing about the case.
And because of vehicle data that we have now, we know at 12:45 when she allegedly dropped them off after she admits fighting with him,
after she admits fighting with him. That never happened. Why bother? My question is, if you're going to cover something like this, if you're Judge Jeanine, why bother if you're just not going to look into anything at all? Like that's just not true. Nowhere has it ever been alleged that Karen Reed was fighting with John on the way to 34 Fairview Road. Literally, the prosecution didn't allege that. Nobody's alleged that at all. There wasn't enough time for them to get, like, what were they going to fight about? They were just at the bar smooching all over each other, right? Getting all horned up. And what were they going to fight about? Like, seriously. And why, if she went there, if she was all mad at John, she'd be like, fuck it, I'm going home. You can get a ride over there from someone else if you want. I'm going home. But no, she actually brought him there. She actually brought him there.
Back 60 feet at 24 miles an hour, he ends up with all this trauma to his head. And on the bumper is a drink that he was carrying. He was seen leaving the bar with, and it's on the bumper. And
the drink was on the bumper? He was seen carrying a drink out. It was an empty glass he took with him. And nobody, and I mean nobody, has alleged that the drink itself was on the bumper still. Where is she getting this shit from?
You've got him dying not only of the blood force trauma, but of hypothermia. He froze to death there and then. What's her defense? Well, the cops are framing me, of course. They should have seen when they left the house that night that he was sprawled out. Hogwash, he wasn't sprawled out. He was where she left him.
Hogwash? Hogwash, she says. Hogwash, he wasn't sprawled out. He was sprawled out. They literally sprawled out on the lawn. I mean, what was he hiding behind the tree or something? What are you talking about? She doesn't know anything. He was literally sprawled out on the lawn. And nobody saw the body. Nobody. She doesn't know anything about this case.
Let me play some of the Fox Nation clip. This is a promo clip on claims.
So then there's this clip too.
There you have it. There you have it. I mean, don't the police try to frame everyone? I mean, here's the problem.
Don't the police try to frame everyone? She's just like, I hate when they do that, when they kind of mock it, like, oh, conspiracy. Oh, let me go. Oh, who else is in the conspiracy? Bitch, it's not that complicated. It's just like 5 people. And then after that, it's just people trusting institutions. We've been down this road a million times before. Like, it's not that far. It's really not that far-fetched. It's actually the much more likely scenario than the one that they're suggesting.
When you have evidence, when you have DNA, when you have motive, when you have admission.
Motive?
They were fighting.
What was the motive? The motive? What's the motive? She wanted to murder him because they were arguing, as if she couldn't just break up with him. She was going to murder him. And to be clear, nobody had motive. There isn't a single person involved in this that had a motive to murder. That's why I think it's ridiculous to suggest that, like, John was murdered by these people. Like, they want, well, not murdered, like, intentionally, I'm saying. Like, the plan was not to murder him. They murdered him, but that was not their plan. Their plan, if they even had a plan, if it was not spontaneous, all I know is a fight broke out, okay? The reason doesn't matter. We can all opine about what we think happened when he entered that house, but we know he entered it. And we know he exited it being carried out. That's it. That's it. So it doesn't matter. Like, so nobody had a motive to murder him.
Did I kill him? His hair, his DNA is on the bumper.
Oh, she loves that.
The bumper went backwards.
The DNA was on the bumper?
There is so much fanfare around this.
She said, we know the DNA went, did we know the bumper went backwards? What? We know the bumper went backwards. There's DNA on the bumper. She doesn't know anything.
Talk about that in your piece, but there are people showing up at the courthouse.
Yeah, why is that?
Signs. Yeah, if they truly believe one way or another, reason they are taken to her. Yeah.
For some reason, they are taking her. Like, how about you figure out what that reason is? Like, that's what a reporter would do. Why? Why are all? Because that's what an inquisitive mind would wonder, is like, oh, this is odd. Like Vinnie Politan says. There's all these people here who are there to support somebody who's charged with murdering a Boston police officer. You don't see that every day, do you? I wonder why. Wonder why all these people are supporting a woman accused of murdering a cop. That's odd. Maybe I should look into that and, like, look into why they're doing that. That's not something you see every day. But they don't. They just, oh, it's just for some reason. I'm not going to find out what that reason is. Or, what's the reason? What?
Reason they are taken to her. Yeah,
oh, we're taking her. Oh, yeah.
When you really buy into it, as she apparently is doing, she's showing up every day and waving. It's that celebrity thing has gotten to her. I'll be very interested in seeing what happens with the next jury trial. But
yeah. Oh, yeah, she's waving. What do you want her to do? Give the Canton salute? Like, of course she's going to wave to her followers. So here's another extended clip of it. This is
who were saying, she didn't do it and she's being framed. And that's what the defense is. The defense is saying that the Boston Police Department is framing her for the death of her boyfriend, which was a Boston cop. And
Boston Police Department is framing her? No one alleged that the Boston Police Department is framing her. No one. Nobody. Like, she doesn't even understand it. She thinks it's in Boston. It's not. It's in Canton. It's a whole different municipality and a whole different county. So if it was in Boston, this might not even be happening, because only fucked up shit happens in Norfolk County, at least to this level. I feel like I don't think Kevin Hayden would be going as gung ho as I don't think anyone would be going as gung ho as Michael Morrissey is.
She alleges that the cops killed him. But I'd love for you to kind of keep an ear out for this one. It's on Fox Nation, the Karen Reed Fox Nation show, and it is a long.
And it's also not the Boston police. The Boston police are not involved in this at all, except for the fact that John was a member of the Boston police and Brian Albert was a member of the Boston police. It was in Canton. It was the state police that looked into it. It was the Canton police that looked into it. The Boston police are not involved. They don't even show up for court, which should also, if Judge Jeanine was a thinker, she'd be like, I wonder why cops aren't showing up for this. I wonder why.
Arming. It's about this woman who has a relationship with a cop, and apparently she admits that one night they all go out drinking and she buys 9 drinks. The defense tried to say she wasn't drunk, and the truth is that she didn't drink. We don't know if she drank all the drinks or did she buy them for other people, but
she drank. She had 9 drinks. No one is alleging she had 9 drinks. They have her on video buying 4 drinks. They have her consuming 0, by the way. Buying 4, consuming 0. Yeah, I'm going to get Judge Jeanine on the show. I'd love to have her on. I'd love to debate her about this, actually fill her in if she's actually interested in learning. But people like her are not interested in actually learning.
That's the kind of thing you can't really prove for sure. But she admits that they argued on the way.
No, she doesn't. No, it's a lie.
Bunch of cops after party.
A bunch of cops. She makes it also seem that she went to this party that was like some cop party. It was all. No, Brian Albert happened to be a cop, and so did Brian Higgins. No one else was a cop. This piece of shit is not a cop. All right? Sarah Levins is not a cop. Colin Albert's not a cop. Nicole Albert, Big Gay Brian Albert Jr., not a cops. It's just such a lie. Jen McCabe, Matt McCabe, not cops.
She says his friends beat him up, and the jury couldn't figure it out. But when you look at the evidence, he died of blunt force trauma to the head and hypothermia. He had a skull fracture, brain bleed. And the interesting part of this case is that there is vehicle data on some of the new cars. You may not be aware of this, but at 12:45, when she admits she dropped him off at his friend's house,
12:45,
she backed 60 feet. She wants to come back. Hi, everyone.
So she backed 60 feet at 12:45. No, she was home by 12:36, according to the Commonwealth. She was. According to the Commonwealth, they put her back at the house at 12:36, so she couldn't have done this at 12:45. And the vehicle data does not have a time on it. It only has key cycles. And like Kathleen here says, she obviously didn't do any research. A staff person obviously did this for her and did a terrible job. Because there's no way Judge Jeanine does her own research. She's literally just a prepackaged talking head. Okay. She doesn't have an original thought in her brain at all about anything. She is literally just fucking, I'm telling you, that's all Fox News, cable TV news is.
When I want to talk about a case that you may have heard about that I find fascinating, and you may too. It's a case of Karen Reed out of Boston, Massachusetts. Karen Reed is a defendant. Her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, was a Boston cop. He died. She was tried for his murder, a 9-week trial. Jury deliberated for 5 days in Boston, and they couldn't come up. They hung. Okay? So they're going to try the case again. And I want you to just listen for a moment to what is being alleged. The defense, Karen Reed, is saying that when she dropped her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, off at his friend's at some cop's house, that the cops beat him up and left him for dead outside.
The cops.
Okay. But the prosecution has the evidence that contradicts that.
What?
And the retrial will focus on the evidence. And I want you to listen to this. She admits that she had a fight with a cop, her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, the way to the after party. They were going to this after party because earlier they had been drinking at a bar. She paid for 9 drinks. The defense tried to say, well, even though she bought him, she didn't drink them. We'll never know for sure. But she said that when she drove her boyfriend to the cops for the after party, they had a fight in the car.
No.
He didn't come home that night. So the next morning, she goes out with her girlfriends looking for him.
Girlfriends?
She doesn't go out alone. She goes out with girlfriends.
Right.
And they find him dead. He died of blunt force trauma and hypothermia. The prosecution said the blunt force trauma was only to the head, skull fracture, brain bleed, and then he bled to death. But the interesting thing, folks, and you may not know this, but your car has vehicle data where her car read at 12:45, her SUV, she backed up 60 feet at 24 miles an hour.
I mean, her girlfriends. That's the other thing. Her girlfriends, they were not her girlfriends. She didn't know these people. She didn't like these people. And she called Jennifer McCabe, and Jennifer McCabe just didn't. Jennifer McCabe told her that. We'll get into some of these. We'll break it down in a minute.
And broken pieces of her taillight are in the location where the body was found. His hair, her boyfriend's hair, is found on the bumper of her car.
No.
Her boyfriend's DNA, the deceased, is on the tail light.
They live together.
Now, when the boyfriend left the bar with her...
And you know it wasn't on the taillight? Blood. Even though they claim that the taillight spontaneously combusted and then acted as a knife and cut his arm up through his clothing, mind you, and cut his arm up into a million pieces, but did not leave an ounce of blood on any of the 45 pieces of taillight that Michael Proctor found after it presented itself over the course of the next 3 weeks. But go on.
He had a drink. We know this from the cameras. He had a drink. Apparently was holding the drink in the car. Guess what? The drink was spilled on her bumper. Okay, apparently it froze. They tested it, and it was the alcohol that he was drinking.
What?
I don't know about...
They tested it. The alcohol. Oh, my God, I can't. The alcohol was found on his bumper, and they tested it, and it was the alcohol he was drinking. I can't. Literally every single part of that statement is a lie. All of it. Every single thing she said in that statement is, in fact, a lie. One more time. Let's listen.
About you. Bumper. Apparently. Now, car. Guess what? The drink was spilled on her bumper. Okay, apparently it froze. They tested it.
First of all, alcohol can't freeze, you dumbass. Apparently they froze the alcohol and they tested it. And I mean, and somehow that also survived even fucking Adam Lally is not suggesting something that's stupid. I mean, Christ almighty, this is so irresponsible that they're actually spreading this misinformation on Fox. How could you ever trust the mainstream media again after hearing this? Seriously.
And it was the alcohol that he was drinking. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah.
But if there's trouble in the relationship,
oh, yeah,
she admits that they're drinking.
Oh, yeah.
And argues right before the drop-off. She's backing her SUV and possibly, according to the prosecution, leaves him to die. And the SUV pieces of the taillight are broken, and his DNA is in the taillight. His hair is on the bumper, and his drink is on the bumper.
The drink
I don't
is
know
on the
about
bumper.
you, but that seems pretty clear to me. They have turned this woman, folks, into a hero in Boston.
No, we haven't.
Oh, she's being victimized. It's not fair.
We haven't turned her into a hero. Nobody is claiming Karen Reed's a hero. We're saying she's a victim, and that we're cheering for her because we're all envisioning ourselves in her shoes, because it could have been anyone else. The only difference between Karen Reed and a lot of people out there is luck. That's it. It's bad luck, right? That nothing like this ever happened to you. That's it.
And she's a wonderful person, and his cop friends beat him up, and his cop friends are framing her for murder. She says the next morning to her girlfriends, did I hit him? Did I hit him?
His girlfriends. I can't. His
So
girlfriends.
if you want to watch any of it, we've got a
no thanks.
There's a Fox Nation special, the Karen Reed special. But more importantly, it's a fascinating case, folks. Fascinating. I think you'll like it. But enough of Karen Reed.
Yeah. Back to
and we've got.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just so dangerous, man. Like, this is a huge story, and this is a trusted platform with right wingers everywhere. And a lot of people who've never heard of this story before, they just trust Judge Jeanine, because Judge Jeanine tells them what they want to hear about the border crisis and everything else. And so they're just going to instinctively believe her, and they are going to be lied to. And again, as a conservative, I am one. Our natural instinct is usually to believe and trust the police, back the blue. But again, that's what makes me rare in this situation, is that I'm like, yeah, not this one, not backing this shit. This is irresponsible. So there's that. Okay. So she sucks. And, I would not, it's going to be just as bad as Phelps' podcast, I'm telling you. But luckily it's behind a paywall. And, honestly, these people would make a lot more money if they just told the truth. I'm just saying. All right, let me read some turtle chats here before we call in the night. Nicole sends $10, goes, I wonder if this narrative to Judge Jeanine came from the McAlberts. It sure sounds like it. Fox needs to take it all back before they get sued by Karen Reed. I mean, I don't think Karen Reed's going to be suing her anytime soon, but because she got a lot of other shit going on. But let's get her free first. How about that? Thank you. Kelly sends $10 and goes, first, I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. Well, thank you. And because of your strength and determination, I'm able to teach my kids about you and what you stand for, the First Amendment, and how important it is to stand up for what's right and never quit. Thank you. Also, did you see the select board meeting tonight? I didn't. Sandpaper Films was asking for permits. It approved, but Chris abstained. Any thoughts? I did not. Sandpaper Films asked for permits. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much for that one. All right. Next up, Melissa sends $10, goes, Turtle Boy, your streams make my day. Don't ever change. Always following from Australia. Excellent. Love it. Thank you very much. And a lot of turtle roos down there. We love you guys. Let me see if we have any others here. No, let me check the turtle chats. All right, we're good. All right, cool. Anyone else got anything to say before we call it a night? Oh, thank you, Kim. You're too nice. Kim is Nurse Kim is canceling her upcoming Botox appointment, if that is what it does to one's brain. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not that tired. I'm good. What do we got tomorrow? We got court on Thursday. Karen Reed's got a court hearing on Thursday. I'll be there for that. I don't even know what it's about. I forget what it's about, but I'll be there. I don't miss a hearing. Let's see. Yes, I will be there Thursday, Brian, bright and early. It should be good. Should be interesting. If it's in the small courtroom, which they keep putting in there, I will go and use my press pass and sit in the jury box again. We'll see. 227 did happen. That's true. Anyone else got anything to say? Yeah, that's what Botox does to your brain. Seriously. Yeah, Will, this is right. That's what gets me. The truth is far more dramatic, and these people peddle drama. That's a great point. It's just like that's a great point. The truth of the story is wild. And you guys get, I mean, it's just like it's an amazing story. It happens to be true. That's the thing. You don't even have to lie. All you gotta do is tell the truth, and you're like, holy shit. It's fucking crazy. There's a reason I've been doing so well off this story, because it's true. And it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. And they're taking this position that's untrue and will make them less money. It's just insane. It's like two bad things. Okay, so it's untrue and we make less money, or I could say the true thing and make more money. That's rare. Usually the lie sells better than the truth. I mean, that's the thing. This is one of the rare cases where the truth sells better than the lie, and they're still telling the lie. It's just crazy. It's a great point. Excellent. I got one of those too. It's a good shirt. Journalism is not a crime shirts. Oh, I did not know that. I don't know much about the Peter Murphy thing. I got to talk to him about that. Who, if anyone, will be on your computer screen? I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's supposed to be Snow Thursday. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Jennifer Kofindafer said Bettero is unprofessional. Get out of here. Oh my God. She's just retarded. She's like so stupid. Like she talks like a short bus person. It's bad. Hopefully we'll get some Bettero letters soon. We'll see. Yes, it did. All right. Anyway, anybody else got anything to say before we call it a night? No imagination could create this madness. No imagine could conceive this chaos. I know you're right. It is made for a movie, and I just can't believe people are stupid enough to be like, yeah, let's side with the McAlberts. That'll be a good. Let's turn Turtle Boy into the villain. Like, bro. Okay. I mean, that's a lie, but it's also not going to sell. There's a reason I'm so fucking popular out there. It's just, it's not my charming personality, I assure you. I mean, it might be partly that, let's be honest. A retired history teacher in the house, Kim. Thank you very much. The motion, yeah, every day. Bradle says it's up to 40 pages now, so he keeps adding on to it. So hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. Hopefully, or the day after, we'll see. We see. They tried and failed. Yes, they did. Kovendouche doxed Richard Green. That's not good. Doxed is a little overused, that word. Like, let's, people use that word a little bit much. I don't even know what doxed means. All right. Anyway, I am going to call it a night then. Thank you guys for joining me. And we will all see you guys for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live. I might have to postpone the sex cult to like Friday night or something. I don't know. I'll have an announcement on that soon. But anyway, guys, you guys have a wonderful evening. And we will we'll see you guys all whenever we see you. We'll see you Thursday, I guess, for the hearing. And we'll talk soon. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.